What up, YouTube? So this is going to be part 9 of the k20z1 build, and today we're going to be finishing off the hoses for the radiator. And we're going to be doing the heater hoses. So we're going to be cutting right there in half. So this hose can go like that, and this other hose can run straight to this one right here, and to which it'll be bypassed to where they'll flow right back into each other. I'm also going to be doing the bottom radiator hose, and then we're going to be throwing on our throttle cable and bleeding the clutch, which is down here, the clutch line, slave master cylinder. And then we're going to be putting on the front and rear mounts. So got a lot of little things still to finish on this car. I still got to wrap up some things on the ECU and wiring, and then I guess also we'll be running the wires for the cluster. So I'm gonna try to get that wired up today as well. I'll probably be gonna use the 06 instead, because that one's kind of broken on the RPM and I don't really want it to look like that. So I'll be switching out the Z1 cluster, and hopefully we can get everything functional to where it's just gonna be needing the radiator cap to fill up the filler neck, which we could probably still be able to drive it, but I gotta go get another tire. That tire's no good, so I don't know if we'll be able to drive it today, but at least get it in motion to have everything ready, have the coolant system ready. So once we get the tire and have everything ready, I still gotta go get the other belt. The belt that they sent me was the wrong one, so still need that. But other than that, we're gonna start right now on the mounts and get that dropped in, show you guys that, and then we'll cut for the bottom radiator hose so I can show you exactly how I do that. And other little simple things, just the throttle cable, I'll show you how we're gonna run it from one side to another, so that way it works perfect without having to modify anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and then we'll come back and show you what I did. All right, so now that we are back, I can explain everything I did so far. Let's start with the mounts. So went ahead and got the rear one put on. You can use the stock subframe bolts from the MR2. You just have to cap them off with some 14mm nuts. Got the front one on there as well. And then I got my throttle cable. So this is what I was explaining. This is the cruise control side. So we're gonna use the cruise control side, and then we're gonna stick it on the actual throttle side. So that gives it just enough length, which is perfect. It doesn't feel weird on the pedal or anything, as far as that. So also now I wanted to show you guys the cooling. Now with the cooling, I had there's 3 ports coming, one off of here and then 2 off of the throttle body out of our control valve. So I ran this 3-way splitter for that. And then what I was saying before is, now with this split right here that I cut, this one from over here can go to this one, and then this one can go to the bypass to where everything will line up. So as you can see, the bypass right here, this is just this bypass hose is just like off of a Civic. It can be used, I guess, from 92 to 2000, and I just cut it short for that, so there's no more kinking or anything. Now as far as the bottom hose, let me show you guys that, so make it easier on you guys if you're doing the swap yourself. So you can see down here, kind of get in there. All right, so I cut it right where like the end of that hose is. So basically right where there's an elbow, it starts turning, that's where I chopped it off at. And then this is the actual stock MR2 hose, and it bolts right up. It's the easiest thing to modify on an MR2. Like I said, you can use both stock radiator hoses. There's no point of, you know, buying aftermarket ones or having one made. They work fine. So as far as that is done. Now let me show you guys the cluster. So as you can see, this is the 0506 cluster, white face. This is the 02 to 04 gray face. Like I said, I was gonna swap out to this one because it looks a lot better. So now I want to show you guys the wiring. So if you guys wanted to do this yourself, I did have some people asking me about the wiring as far as the temperature, because on these clusters they're, I guess, digital and not analog. So you have to use the multiplexer to get the battery and the temperature to actually work. So I wanted to show you that wire. So we'll start off with this plug over here, which is all the main wires are. So you have two grounds, two black. I just tied them together. So those are just gonna go to, I tapped into this white plug right here. So this white and black wire is my ground wire, and then my power wire, my unswitched power. So this red and white needs to go to power that stays on. It's basically your memory wire. I believe I took that not off of here. Let's see. It's a white wire as well. Yeah, so this plug right here is right here, pin 3. That's a straight power. It's a white and red wire, so it's the exact same color. And while I'm on this plug, let me go ahead and just show you. I took this one for the fuel gauge sending. So that one, I guess, uses for the fuel sending, and it tells you how much gas you have. So, and that wire is this one. It's gonna be yellow with black coming off of this plug. So far you got the two black wires, you got the red wire, that is your straight power, and now you have the yellow wire that's next to the white and red. This is gonna be your switched power. So I use the switched power to this blue or red and blue wire, which is on this white plug. So I use that one. That is gonna be for switched power. So that switches on the power for the cluster, and this red one is for the memory for the cluster. Now we have your two blue wires. So one is blue and white. That's gonna be speedometer. And then you have all blue. That's just gonna be tach. I have those going straight to the back. I'll show you where they match up. They're basically the same color. And then let me show you the multiplexer. Now on my previous video, I said this just goes to your temperature, but like I said earlier, it's analog and not digital. And so this white and green wire on 02 to 04 will go to your E-plug E24. So it's a yellow wire. I'm gonna show you the wire on 0506, even though most of you guys might not be using 0506 ECUs, but this is the wiring for 0506. So I'll explain that. But yeah, so this white green wire off of this plug, I believe it should be the same color for 0204, is your communication wire, and this will tell you about your battery and your temperature. So now as far as let's see, we got one more wire. So this green yellow wire is gonna go to the white plug right here. As you can see, it's green and yellow too, so that just matches right up. That's for one side of the blinker, and that concludes this side. There's a pink and blue one, but I believe that's just for immobilizer light or something, so I'm not going to be using that. And then on this side we have our oil pressure, which is yellow and red. We have our green and orange, which is going to be check engine light, MIL. And then this is the green and red is going to be the other signal switch. So that's going to go to, it doesn't match up, but it's going to go to the green and black. So close enough, it's still green. All these other wires besides this one, this is the one that turns, it's a red and black, and that turns on the backlights. So you can have that to a switch power. You can do it to your lights, however you want to do that. I just put it to a switch power and have it running the whole time. So maybe one video I'll find the actual power to the light switch and redo that. I still got a lot of editing and stuff, so I am a beginner wire. I'm not like a master of doing it, but let me show you guys the E-plug. So on the E-plug 05 to 06, it's gonna be this wire right here, which is green and white, but the other wire is white and green. So this is gonna be your communication line. If you're looking for it, it's gonna say SEFJA or whatever on your 02 to 04, or if you're looking at a pinout. But on 02 to 04, it's gonna be pin 24, and it's gonna be a yellow wire. So look out for that on your swap. As far as what I ran back here, as you can see, all the colors match up. So you got speed and tack right here, you got oil pressure, and then you got your communication line coming from back here, and then you got check engine light right here. So all the same color. I just made my own harness to send it to the front. Other than that, that's how you get most of your cluster to wire up. So I gotta go get a belt, and then I gotta get another slave cylinder, bleed this. I'm waiting for my K-tuned radiator neck to come in, and we should be able to drive this car very soon. So on the next video, I'll show you guys this car running, hopefully, and so I can get this car to its customer. So if you haven't, like, share, subscribe, comment, let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions and you want to hit me up and you have your own swap you're doing, contact me on Instagram at kseriousworks. And if you want to hit me up on email, it's honda.mike1988@gmail.com. Stay tuned, guys. I got a lot more content. As you know, the Spider, I'm just waiting, literally waiting for parts, and that video is coming up soon. And then after these swaps are done, there's going to be a CRX. The hatch is coming up, and then hopefully my MR2 is coming up as well. So like I said, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next time.